All right. So, what is product life cycle, and uh, what are the dynamics, right? This is important. One of the reasons why we are touching on this is that um, each product life cycle has its dynamics, right? And then the whole product management, you know, career, right? The whole product management career is not, cast in stone, right? So a typical a product goes through several stages. I mean, this means from the level of development to death, basically, right? So it goes through different stages, right? And then the stage at which you come in as a product manager, right, matters a lot because it's gonna dictate what you do, right? It's gonna I'm speaking phonetics, Ghana. Oh yes, it's going to guide you. So it's basically dynamic. Let me just put it that way. The stage at which you come into product management is really going to determine how your work is going to be structured as a PM. When I was just getting into product management, I think I did not give it a thought, right? Maybe I don't think I gave it a thought that I don't necessarily have to meet a product in development. There are products that they are currently at their growth stage, right? There are products that they are currently at their matured stage, and then it's going to determine what I do, right? So typically, generally, I think you see everywhere that there are four stages. There is the introduction, the growth, the maturity, and then the decline stage. But for the purpose of this video, we'll just make it five, right? You can quote me anyway, don't worry. Afolabi Moses 2025 says there are five product life cycle stages. Yeah. So the first will be the development stage. So that's the very first stage where everything such as MVP development comes in, right? So basically that's the MVP stage. That's the development where all efforts are going into product development, right? At this stage, typically you don't expect to make money, right? At this stage, you're building the MVP, you're not expecting to make money, right? You're making sure what you're just doing is you're testing out your ideas to see whether, maybe it makes sense, maybe it doesn't, right? You've seen companies move from being a fintech to a gifting service to a, loyalty management service, all at the development stage because they keep trying to see, okay, what does the market want, right? So if you're coming at this stage, congratulations to you. Congratulations to you because you are still able to determine the direction, right, of what you want as a PM. I mean, if you're working in an empowered environment, I think maybe we should touch on that later on, right? So at the development stage, you're trying to build the MVP and all of that. Now, the introduction stage, that is when the product is simply introduced to the market, right? You're trying to put in sales effort. This is the stage where you start as a PM. I would suggest you join sales calls when necessary, right? To stay on top of matter. You are there to, support the team, the customers. Of course, you support the team generally across every stages, right? So, at the introduction stage, the team is still hustling, right? For let them know we are here, right? That kind of stuff. So at that stage, that is basically what you do, being able to stay on top of matter. You don't want to come to the market and then your second week on the market, people are having difficulty signing in, right? That is what I'm trying to say, right? So at that stage, that is what you're supposed to do. So at the growth stage, at this point, the business is, you are comfortable, right? To a large extent. I would say that at the time of this recording, I would say that Child Deck is in their growth stage. I stand to be corrected. But I think Child Deck is in their growth stage. They found the fit, they know what they want, they know their type of customers, and now they are gunning for them. That is why every ad you see is Child Deck, right? Child Deck, this Child Deck that. I'm a regular customer of Child Deck, by the way. So yeah, at the growth stage, you're there, you're chasing numbers, you're bringing in more features, right, at this stage that can make you attract more people, and sus- where I say I don't think sustain is the word. Attract them and retain them. Retention, yeah, retention is the word. Then the next stage will be the maturity stage. So this maturity stage is like you're up there, right? What you're just looking at is stability, reducing the load time on the server, the big boys basically. I would say that Coca-Cola is a very, very much matured company, right? Then the decline stage, so these are products that they are going down. They're going down already, they probably made money or not. I don't know. But at that stage, they are trying to retire the product. This usually happens with big tech companies. So I think recently Microsoft announced that they are shutting down Skype, right, for instance. So at this stage, one of the things they're trying to do is that customers offboard, right? As you're onboarding, there's also something called offboarding. So it sounds like I invented that in my head, but I know that English is correct, obviously. Onboard, offboard, right? Activate, deactivate. So at this point, you're trying to like offboard your customer. You're making sure that they leave the product comfortably. I think last year Google retired one product like that. I can't really remember the name. So they're going to retire the product, say like October, but since February they've been reaching out. Once you log into the product, you see it right there that we are taking this product away. So that way, if you have something sensitive on the product, you are then as a user, you are then able to migrate your stuff to newer places that are still very much alive, right? So that's another dynamic. So I think we mentioned development stage, we mentioned introduction stage, we mentioned growth, we mentioned maturity or matured stage, and then we mentioned decline, right? And then the dynamics of what you do there in each of these stages as a PM, right? So thank you.